praise can be identified, then the functions of my praise are no good. Because one of the functions of my praise is that it ushers in the presence of God. David said, God inhabits the praises of my people. But the other function of your praise, as Marvin Sapp so beautifully put it, is that it confuses the enemy. So if the enemy can identify your praise, there is no way he can confuse him. Oh. Watch this. The only way I can confuse the enemy is when the enemy don't understand what I'm doing. Confusion comes where there's a lack of understanding. God. Lack of understanding. So in other words, when the enemy has thrown all he could at me, and I can still bounce back with a praise, then I'll confuse the enemy. I ain't got no help here, but I've been through some stuff. The enemy had not been for the Lord, who was on my side. Somebody tell me where would I be? I don't have time to play this little patty cake praise, but I need a praise that's going to shake the very foundation of hell. We don't have time to mirror the world with our praise. We need a praise that's going to allow us to stand the devil face to face and say, you hit me with your best shot, but I still bless the Lord. You threw your best at me, but I still praise the Lord. You threw all you had at me, but I will still give him glory. I got to confuse the enemy. Somebody give the Lord praise in this place. Somebody bless the Lord real good. Because confusion. I don't know about you, but I need all of my functions to be working. I need the presence of God. I need him warring on my behalf. I need to confuse the enemy. So I don't have time to medicate God. Give him a praise. We play in church too much. It's a shame the worship leader have to get up and beg you to praise God. It's a shame the worship leader have to get up and plead with you to praise God. But if I check last, I go on myself and I'm still breathing. When I check last, I was still walking. So God is still worthy. When I check last, I still am in my right mind. So God is worthy. The church play too much. You serve a worthy God. They can't give him a worthy praise. But I think that this generation got to rise up and learn how to bless the Lord real good. And by the way, we got to learn how to start praising for our children. We are losing too many children to the streets. We are losing too many children to the jailhouses. I need some people that say, I ain't losing now another kid. So since you can't praise God, I might as well give him praise. So, I love the life of David because he was a skillful praiser, something that was rooted in his heart. And if you ask the question, what do you know about David, as I stated earlier, 50% of the people would say that he was a man after God's own heart. And I've heard many theories as to what made him a man after God's own heart. But like I said, I want to add to the contribution and say that it was David's praise that contributed to him being a man after God's own heart. David knew how to praise God in spite of the situation. If you don't believe with me, travel with me to the book of Psalms, the 34th chapter, when he said, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continue to be in my mouth. Then he said, my soul shall make a boast in the Lord. And that thing got so good to David that he said, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. See, I need somebody that know how to magnify the Lord with me. Because when you magnify something, you make it bigger. I serve a God that's bigger than faith. I serve a God that's bigger than my circumstances. I serve a God bigger than my situation. I serve a God bigger than the storms of life. The God I serve is without a doubt bigger. I don't know who you serve, because you can't put my God on the cart and crowd him. My God cannot be put in a cart. He is too big to be restrained to a cart. My God ain't several. He ain't no wind doctor. And then ain't sun God. And then no storm God. My God is one. And he's that one God everywhere. So since I serve a big God, y'all ain't, he is Jehovah Jireh. He is your provider. He is Jehovah Nissi. He is the Lord strong in battle. He is Jehovah Rapha. He is your healer. He is Jehovah Shammah. The Lord that is with you. He is all now. My God is bigger. So I asked God the question. I say, God, because I get analytical at times. I say, here is my question. I say, God, why is it that David make a declaration of this magnitude unto you? Why is it that David said that I will bless you at all times, and there'll be a continuous flow of your praises in my mouth? Because I'm talking about me, but I know when I'm going through some things, it's very hard to bless God when you're going through something. And it's hard to get your praise on when you're in the storm. So I asked God, why does David make a declaration of this magnitude? Can I give you two possible answers? The first one I came up with is that he is able to make this declaration because he has an understanding of the works of God. Watch this. When he goes down in verse 17 of 34 and say that the righteous cry out. Understand the word cry is singular. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears. After he hears, he delivers out of all their trouble. Can I prophesy to you? Some of you are one cry away from your deliverance of all the hell you've been going through. So you might as well give it to him. Oh, I don't hear the church. I said you are one cry away from being delivered from the hell that you've been going through. So you might as well get out of praise. Okay, well, maybe that wasn't for everybody. But in the second thing he says in verse 19 is this: many are the affliction of the righteous,